Hi guys, welcome again. Today we are doing a live game, but this is something different because as you can see we have a 6-player game with Olympia. I don't know if people are still complaining about Olympia. I've seen it much less than at the beginning. I really like Olympia. That's what I'm going to say. But let's talk about 6 players. Recently it's one of my favorite ways to play. Just because, as you can see, there are all duels, so every duel is presented in the game, and there is actually one duel per player, and it's actually very nice to play with this off duels like mine, for example, and stuff like that, because it forces you to think of resources in another way, basically, and you will often have a real pick between the duels, and you really have to think about what you want to do, and I think there is a lot of skill in that. Here we're just going to get tree farm. Also, there is not much red in the first round. So red is actually pretty important in the first round, I would say. And it's actually a decent pick. Also, there is plenty of gray. So you won't get stuck on gray, and there is plenty of opportunity to play for green. Also, there is Ludus. There is 2 lighthouses, so you can actually play for yellow, I think, more than any other. And there are 3 caravanserais. That's one of the most important ones. So there is like plenty of resources, there is plenty of everything. There are 2 altars also, 2 pantheons. Everything is just great. Here I'm going to do a strategy, basically like the old school Olympia A, where I'm just going to get a lot of resources and see where I get from there. Clay pit does look interesting, but mine looks much more interesting. We'll also have a lot of games where you end up with 3 duels, surprisingly. Okay, so let's talk about our adult players. And one thing I really want to touch in the 6 players is that it's very different from 3 and 4 players, and you cannot think of this game the same, like in the same way. Now your neighbors are kind of like your allies because you want to be doing different things. Because if there is like a red corner or like a total green corner, you will just all lose. So that's not benefiting anyone. You're still competing against them, but you want them to do good and you want them to do something else than you. So here there is an importance of sending signals, kind of like in Magic the Gathering and stuff like that. It's much more drafty, I would say, than like in the traditional Magic the Gathering sense of draft. Than any other player count. Here, enough talking, I'll just do the stone pit because I kind of want to be able to play those. And I still think I will do Orvain. I have access to almost everything, and by the way, I'm Olympia, so I don't care. So I can go for 5 browns, actually. And I'm going to finish up with one of the reds. This has been a pretty lucky draft for me. Let's see, does it matter? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Does it? No, it doesn't matter. It does matter a little, because I can expect him to get a guard tower and then he will be able to build the other one from the discard. But not really. Okay, so here we have a couple options. Training ground is a possibility, but I'm discounting it now because I do not think either of them really want to push red. Caravanserai is a strong possibility and statue is a strong possibility. Do we need Caravanserai as a 6? I said I'm discarding, like, not considering this one, but I think I'm going to play it eventually. Like, I don't need Caravanserai to play most of my stuff. This will just save me some gold, but not enough, probably. Like, I have to think about Caravanserai as like 6 gold right now, and I wouldn't play 6 gold card. Like, access to free stone is also not okay. I have to play quicker. Here access to free stone would be nice. And this guy started pushing, but that's not really a push. I want them both to be in green. And this guy has a good opportunity to go for green from this hand. Giza is stuck here. I think this is better. You really have to think, like, there is a lot of skill in the 6-player. You want to be able to win all of these games, for sure, because, you know, this is 6 players. You are competing against someone totally across the table, like here. But I'm still thinking how to stop him from going full green while still maintaining my advantage over our neighbors. So here I think, like, from these hands, green shouldn't reach him. Like, this dispensary should be picked here, in my opinion, and unless he picks sawmill. It's still kinda, you know, kinda sad, and he got lab from previous hands, and I can do nothing about that. But I still can do a lot, and there is also, because of there is Ludus, it's nice also to push for red. Like, this brown-red strat is kinda legit. No idea what's going to be left, because I don't have that good memory, and I usually don't focus that much. I think this guy is kinda lost, so I'm going to pay him. And last hand, nothing. Honestly, it's pretty hard. Loom does let me play Haven, but I can play Haven nonetheless. Is there any other stuff that I would want to do? Maybe I just throw from this hand, but maybe it's better to quarry. Just because it gives me... No, it gives me the same when I Haven, so it doesn't matter. And I do not expect many free golds to be relevant. Is it better to throw or to play Loom? That's a hard question. How much time do I have? 5 seconds. Let's just throw it. Maybe it was probably better to play it. But I didn't have enough time, and I don't want to be on negative time, because I think that's kinda not polite to other players. This guy is obviously, like, he's on 7, so that's just amazing. As you can see, I haven't played any blue one, so here we go, Palace. And I haven't played any yellow one, so Haven is still free, right? And like, everything is free. And there is 9 guilds in total in play, so no, 8 guilds. So there are only 2 that's not coming into play. There are many that will give me 6 points or better, so should be pretty good. So here we get into one of the guilds. I don't know if it's good enough, or should we push for more? The green, that's about 5 points. I'm going to do this one, but probably a mistake, because I should have probably picked this one up. Magistrates 5, 7. There are 2 arenas, that's also nice, but one is taken. I'm going to risk it. Okay, it paid out. So here I can get the Senate, because I just have the resources. It's better than Pantheon here, because, you know, economy. Magnemulco. Okay, so I cannot catch this guy, probably, Magnemulco. But maybe I can, like... I think when you are playing 6-player games, like, second place is a win, in my book. Did I pass the Haven, or was it first picked? I'm focusing too much on other stuff. No, I just passed the Haven from some hand. That was the hand with traders, I think. Okay, so I need to play a red. I do not get a red. But I do get this one, which is 8 points, and this is 6 points, but I'd rather not pay. So I still like this one more. Where would I end up? Wondermeister. He's not getting ahead of me, I think. And I didn't win any of them. That was a little unlucky. I just didn't find the time to play the red, which was probably my bad. But in the end, I still win. Somehow. Like, how this green guy lost? I have no idea. Okay, he got screwed on reds. That just greed killed him. If he didn't play this and just focused on his, which he could, he would have won. Yeah, don't be too greedy when you are doing good. But I think it was a good game to showcase a couple of things. First, how awesome is to have a lot of browns, and this will happen a lot because people will be focusing harder on greens. When you are playing green, you do not have the time to play double resource here. I do believe you grab the either the green or the gray. I don't think there is a place for double resource because like people will not pay you that much. Like you usually grab these as a green player because you know that like the hand will fluctuate and it's still the same. Here you can do this, but I don't think that's like the best idea to do that. Other than that, Olympia, just brown, red and wonder stages, and you are still doing pretty good. Also, Ludus, pretty nice, and there is like a lot of nice cards like free Caravanserais, double arena, double lighthouse, and stuff like that. Overall, I really recommend playing 6 players if you haven't already. I really enjoy it lately, and until then, I hope you enjoyed this one. See you later.